In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Notepad++. I'm going to do the demonstration on the what'syourname.htm file that we've been looking at in the tutorials. So first of all, your course files directory, which you downloaded and extracted in your app development folder, if you open that and then open the section 1 folder and then open the what's your name folder, then inside the what's your name folder you have what you can think of as the assets for this web page. Now to open Notepad++, right click the HTML file, right click it and select Edit with Notepad++. And this is what the Notepad++ editor window looks like. I want to point out a couple of things. You don't need to understand everything about Notepad++, just a few things here. First of all, you may, when you open this, have to indicate which language you are editing in, because Notepad++ can handle many different programming languages. So you should tell it that the language that you're using, just click Language and go down to H, is HTML. Mine was already selected for that. And what that does for us is it recognizes, for example, that HTML has pairs of tags. So like the head tag has an open and a close tag. And you click on the open tag and it highlights the close tag for you. So you can more easily find the elements in your document. Same thing here with like the table. I click the open tag and the close tag. And what's really helpful when you're working with tables is to know where the rows and the TD, which are the table cell tags, where they open and close. So if you click on it, you can see that this is considered the open, this is considered the close. So everything inside here is in the first row of the table. Everything inside here is in the second row, and so on. These elements are inside, so like this table cell element is inside this table row element, which is inside the table tag. So another thing that I should point out is that all this indenting that you see, I did that manually when I created this file to make, for me, and hopefully for you as you learn how to use HTML, to make it easier to read. I just like to keep indenting every nested element one more tab over, so that I know, for example, the image tag is inside the button tag. The button tag is inside the table cell or TD tag, which is inside this table row tag, which is inside the table tag. So all these elements are nested inside each other. Another nice feature of Notepad++ is that you can test your code with the Run option. So you can click Run and select the browser you want to see the code run in, and it'll open a browser window for you and let you see how your code works. So when you are editing and making changes, you can keep testing it. You can go back and forth testing it. Let me demonstrate that process. Like if I wanted to change the title of my web page from blank to the actual name, type it into the title tag. I have to save it first. Now that it's saved, I can go over here and refresh this page. Just hit the reload button. And now we see that instead of saying blank up here, it says what's your name. So you can see the results of your editing efforts in more or less in real time. I'm going to make one other change to demonstrate something. There are some changes that you can make that you don't necessarily see any difference, but just the fact that it still works tells you that you didn't make a mistake. Let me demonstrate real quick here that the way this web page works is it asks you the question. Actually, if you click on Cassie,
What's your name?
there's an audio file that plays. It asks you what's your name. You type your name in here and then click Submit, and the function, the say hi function, runs and puts this together and prints it on the screen for you. So let's say we wanted to change the name of this function from say hi to say hello. Now, so now the function is called say hello, and there is one place in this code where we call that function, and it's down here on the submit button. So here's the button tag for the submit button. There's the text that we wrote for submit. The button is coded so that when there's an on-click event, it calls the say hi function. Well, we just changed the name of that function to say hello, so right now this would not work. So let's say I forgot to change the name of the function that I call down here on the on-click event, and I saved it, and then I refreshed it over here, and I typed in a new name, click submit, it doesn't work. And then I remember, oh yes, I changed the name of the function, so I go back, type in the right name, save it. I'm using Control S to save it, by the way. It's a keyboard shortcut. Then I go back, refresh the page, type in the name, and click submit, and it works again. But if you had done it correctly, then just the fact that it still worked would tell you that you didn't make any mistakes. I think that's enough for now of demonstrating how Notepad++ works, and it's enough to help you do the assignment that's coming up.